What's up, people of the internet? Welcome back to a brand new video, and today we are reviewing my first One Piece figure, Roronoa Zoro. Wait, why is he not in the box? Where did he go? Okay, now I'll have to look for him, I guess. Is he in my anime display with the rest of the figures? Or maybe some other displays? No, maybe not. What about this display here with basically everything else? I can't seem to find him here. Wait, what's that here? Why is he here? What's up, people of the internet? Welcome back to a brand new video. And today I'm reviewing my first One Piece figure, Zoro, from the East Blue line that recently began. So, let's get right into the review. So for packaging, this guy comes in your standard One Piece box, which has a nice bright color, which I like on all the One Piece boxes, with their white outlines and the bright colors. They look really nice, and the map background is also really fun. On the top there is a straw hat cutout and some pictures of the figure, and overall he looks really good and the box feels really nice. Now, onto the figure itself. So, the figure overall looks really good. The head sculpt looks great. Everything basically looks great. He looks just like he's from the anime. At least the more modernized version. He doesn't look exactly like the original version with the old animation, but he looks really good. I really like this design. The boots are shiny and have a green hue to them. I don't know if it's visible on camera, but it's definitely visible IRL. The swords look really nice here, and yeah, basically he looks good all the way around. I don't think I have any paint problems with mine. Now, on to accessories. So, this figure comes with, for the regular head sculpt, he has a serious face, a laughing face, and a more goofy yelling face, which he also has one of these for Luffy to pair with these, but I don't have the Luffy figure, so yeah. He also, oh, I forgot to put in, he has the little bandana piece. For hands, he has a pair of fists, a pair of open hands, a pair of sword holding hands, and he also has these pairs of like thumbs up hands, which are also kind of for holding his swords, but not really. Of course, he also comes with the sword handles, which you can remove, and on mine at least one of the handles splits. Also, you can take off the sword sheath, but yeah, you can take off the sword handles. And he, of course, comes with all his swords. Here is how they look. They look really nice, with some golden hilts, and yeah. This one has a tab for the sword, the three sword style, which I didn't show a face for, because there is an entirely separate head sculpt for it. I will show it in a second. We have a second head sculpt with the bandana, which only has this face and the three sword style face here, where with the open mouth, and you can put the sword in. Also, a really funny thing is, for the headband, if you want to switch the faces, you have to take off the headband, and you have Zoro with a receding hairline, which is a really funny head sculpt thing. And also, of course, when you use the headband, you can take off this piece. So overall, decent accessories. Oh, also I have a little bit of a comment about these hands. For some reason, Bandai made the pegs at an angle, which is a cool idea, but in my opinion, it would be better to be here, the peg, rather than at the bottom, like the Spider-Man Amazing Yamaguchi whip hands. So the peg, when the hands are straight, can be like this rather than this, because every time I use these hands, I feel like they're gonna break for some reason if I push them all the way in. Now, on to articulation. Okay, so for articulation, I really actually like it. There are some pieces of articulation, mainly the knees, which can be better, but the quality of the joints is some of the best action figure quality I've had. These joints are really smooth and overall incredible. So head moves really well all around. It may look loose, but when I do the shake test, which most figures usually fail, he doesn't. It's really smooth and yeah, looks up this much, down all the way, some really good tilt, and of course your swivel. Shoulders are a bit weird. They go like this 90-degree T-pose with a really weird dumbbell joint here, which is at an angle, like the Amazing Yamaguchi, which is a great idea in thought, but Bandai added these weird square things which really limit if it looks good. And also the main idea with this was to improve the butterfly range, which is decent, but one of the problem, first of all, here is the butterfly range, really good. One of the problems is here the joint is really good, it moves well, it really moves well, but on this hand the joint squeaks a lot. I think you can hear it and it's really scary. Also, this joint here swivels, also squeaks. It's again really scary, horrifying. But here everything is normal, no, absolutely no problem. And yeah, basically any movement with the arms at the shoulders is really difficult because of the weird design. I would have preferred them to just use the Naruto shoulder joints. It's not the best, which was the selling point of this figure, is that it had really good shoulder movement. But if they could sacrifice the shoulder movement for something like a better up crunch, because he doesn't crunch that well. It's decent, but not that well. On the topic here is it, yeah. We also have a bicep swivel, double elbows, and wrist hinge and swivel. But yeah, if they could sacrifice some of this range for a Naruto torso and legs, it would have been so much better. If they would have reused it, I wouldn't have had that much of a problem, because the Naruto torso is pretty close to Zoro's, and yeah, the legs kick up forward not as much as I would hope for, but they kick back pretty well. He has really good splits. You can make him kick a bit higher if you maneuver it. He has a nice thigh swivel. The single jointed knees, which are the main problem of the figures, kick more than 90 degrees. He also has a nice boot cut, ankle swivel, let me just fix it, ankle pivot, and a toe joint. So overall the articulation is not as bad as some other One Piece figures, and I'm quite surprised with how it looks. Now, here is Zoro in my anime display. And here is Zoro next to your average $20 scam. And yeah. So overall this figure is really good. I think definitely the best option for a Zoro figure right now on the market, since the other good figures are the variable action heroes ones, which are really hard to find. If you don't want a bootleg. Bootlegs are really easy to find, but the actual ones are really difficult to find. And he poses pretty well, has a decent amount of accessories, and I had a critique with the accessories. I would have liked for him to have more angry faces, because he has faces, but if he had more angry ones, it would have been so much better. Like some angry faces for the regular sculpt would be good, and yeah. And overall, I would highly suggest this fig. I really love it, and yeah, see ya people.